My name is Seth K Bani, and today I'm going to show you how to design this.
Alright guys, so let's go into Photoshop and then Control and you fill in the details. I would like to use 1500 pixels, 1500 pixels, 72 resolution, pixels per inch, pixels here, RGB color here, because I'm not going to print it. If you want to print it, kindly use CYMK and then set it to realistic measurements over here because you want to print it. But then I don't want to print it, so I'll set it to pixels and I'll set it to RGB color. Also I want the background to be white, and that's all. Let's call it business strategy flyer. So today I want to talk about white space. White space simply refers to the space that surrounds your elements. When I talk about your elements, I'm talking about your pictures that you put on your flyer, your text, your locations, everything that you put on the flyer is called an element. Okay, and then white space is the space that surrounds all those things, all your pictures, all your fonts, the graphics, everything. The solid color. Now I'd like to use this particular code. It's not ash, but it's not white either. It's quite a little bit gray, and that's what I want to use. Let's put it in the folder. We'll come back to that folder and then add one more element to it. Let's call it BG, and then we close it. Pick business, paste it there, change the color to color black. Come back to that later. Let's use Niagara solid, whatever that one is. I don't even know how to spell it. Alright, so Niagara solid, and then let's set here to regular, set the font to 540. Also set the tracking to -40, and then let's choose this to make it uppercases only. Let's set the font color to 6C. So we want a look like this. We normally see this in the magazines and stuff. Then type somewhere here and then type strategy, but then I'll pick this one and paste it there. Let's use a different font. Let's use taken by Vultures demo. Let's click here to make it all small letters. Also you want to make sure here is regular. Set the font to 276, and then the color, let's set the color to A10960. Alright, so that's the color, and then we'll send it somewhere up here, but let's set here to 0 and then double click on it to bring the layer styles. Let's go to stroke. Let's set the color here to color white. Also set the size here to 7, and then make sure here is outside. We don't want it to be inside, I want it to be outside. Set it to normal, set the opacity to 100, and then change the color here to color white. Click on OK. Now we also want this to be centered or aligned to the middle. You could send it up a little bit if we want to. So something like this is cool. Now let's put it in a folder and let's name it theme. Now I want our date to come, but before we even bring our date, let's start with our images. So let's go pick the lady and drag it in there. space that surrounds it is called the white space. However, the space doesn't have to be white to be called the white space. It could be blue, it could be black, it could be red, it could be, as long as it's an empty space that you are not using, it is called a white space. And then it could also be a texture, it could be a color, it could be a pattern, it is still white space. When you use a lot of white space in a design, it's not only because the designer perhaps didn't have enough information to put there. Sometimes it's just to communicate a certain mood, or to let the reader to really read through the flyer easily and without much difficulty. It also makes the person who is looking through your flyer to be able to read the things well, because they all stand out. They all stand out. So it improves and increases readability as well. And then let's bring this somewhere here, paste it there, and then let's change the font to Helvetica. Let's change the font size to 55, and then the tracking, let's set it to -40. Also, let's leave it at uppercase, and then let's set the color to 0B4688. Bring it somewhere here, duplicate it and bring it down. Let's pick this and paste it somewhere there. Also, let's make the font Helvetica. Let's make it 55 as well. And then the font, the track, let's make it -40 as well. But this time let's make it bold. Let's go back here to the 20th September. Let's make it small letters. I think I like this one rather. Let's make this one rather uppercase. Now let's duplicate the September and drag it down. Let's also zoom in so that we can accurately do this. Pull it up here. Let's pick this and paste it there. We are going to use Helvetica for this, also at regular, but you're going to make the font size 31, and then the tracking is -40 as well. You click here and then pick the ash color here, and then push it somewhere here. Let's go for this, and let's drag it into Photoshop. Pick this, and then let's Ctrl J to duplicate that side only. Come back and click on it again, and then choose this. No, we don't want that. Let's hide the lines. Alright, so let's Ctrl J to duplicate it again. Now we can delete this one. Let's bring this closer to it, then click on both of them. In fact, let's do one more thing. Let's convert them to smart objects. Alright, and then resize them. Pull it somewhere here. Double click on it, and let's choose color overlay. Let's click on it, and let's pick this blue color if you haven't done that already. Nice. So let's see. Okay, so now let's duplicate the Seth K Bani business, and let's bring it down, and then let's pick this and then paste it there. Let's push it somewhere here. We're also going to leave it at 31, and then the tracking the same way, -40. none of this is going to be selected. We're going to leave it at hash like this. Let's try, and then these two, let's bring it here a little bit. Okay, so I think this is great. Let's bring the kingdom down a little bit. Also, the P is it looks the P looks hidden. Alright, so let's bring it somewhere here. Let's put everything in a folder, and let's name it date time. Put this in the folder. Let's name it images. Alright, so we are done with this. Let's zoom out to see everything clearly. And then let's position it well. Okay, one more thing. Let's go back to the theme. Let's go to business. I don't like the way the business looks like. Let's make it italics. And also let's take this off. Now it looks quite good. Let's pick the strategy and let's bring it down. One thing I can say is that if you want to give your design a luxury look, or perhaps an ultra modern style, it is one of the things that is really popping up nowadays. People like to use white space in magazines, white space in the corporate world. It's very, very beautiful. Creates a very stylish look, a modern look, and then it creates a very nice mood. So if you want to implement this style, I would advise that you read more on it. Let's paste it there. We are going to use Arial, and then let's set the font to 24. Also the tracking, let's set it to 0, and then the color, let's choose 36, 35, 35, a more deeper gray color. And then let's pick company. Now the company, let's choose Regacia. If this is the first time you're watching my tutorials, I want you to know I'm going to leave this in the description for you. 27, the font size 27. All the fonts will be in the description for you. There'll be a link there for you to follow. And then the track, let's set it to 20. Also, let's pick the same color as this one as well. Alright, and let's make it let's see, I think let's do it with small letters like that. Alright, let's pick both of them and then drag them this way, and then go and pick our logo. Increase, double click it, click on color overlay. Let's see, should we use, so we could use any of these colors. We could use the blue, or we could use the red. Anyone that works. I think let's go with the red this time. Let's go for skew, and skew like that a little bit, then pull it down there. We also want it to be a little bit small. Let's bring the company a little bit to the left. I want us to give it a little glow. Let's pick the same color. Go to your brush and then choose a soft brush. Make sure the hardness is also 0, opacity is 100, flow is 100. And then let's click somewhere here. Somewhere here. It's too small. Somewhere here. No. Somewhere here. Alright, I think this is good. Let's change it to screen. Let's see. Click on your move to, then let's move it a little bit here. Alright, so that's where I want it to be. Click here, click on your brush tool, click on Alt. Let's pick the orange color here. Now I want it to hit somewhere here, and then let's change it to screen as well. Okay, this also looks good to me. Let's put it in a folder, and then we can name it glow. Now let's deal with their names. Let's type somewhere here. Click on your text tool, type somewhere here, and then let's pick the rest of the details. Go to your character, go here, and then click on this side, the left alignment. Now we are going to use intro, and so you click on the intro. Here is regular. Let's set here to 34, and then let's set the tracking to -40, and then also let's set the color to 50 4F. The font size is too small. Let's increase it to 46. Okay, so 46, bring it somewhere here, and then let's bring the rest of the details. The speaker is from Kingdom Temple, so let's place it underneath it, and then let's go to railway, regular, set here to 21, here to -40, and then let's choose the same color over there. And so gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if they can't see your color well, just change it to black. Just as if nobody can see your color well, you can change it to black. But then I will just leave it at this particular color. Works well for me, and I'll call it Seth K Bani. Now I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'll drag it to this side. Select both of them, click here, and then click this side. I'm going to click on the folder itself and drag it somewhere here. Then I'm going to change the name to Abigail Nyako. Abby for Abigail. And then I'll pick her position, or perhaps the job she's from, or the company she's coming from, the business, or perhaps her title. Place it over there, or even her church. So something also like this. Let's see the overall. Let's see the overall picture, how it looks like. And this is basically good, but I want the name to come quite closer. If possible, I'll bring it quite closer to his shoulder. I'll do the same thing with Abi Nyarko. Bring her somewhere here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create this kind of birthday flyer, but there's a few details around it. But then the white space, the empty space around it, helps you to be able to locate the details easily. And so when you look at the flyer, the first thing you see is the business strategy. Perhaps you might look at the logo, but you see business and you see strategy, and your eyes quickly scans to the date and you read it, and it quickly scans to the pictures, and so you just read it like this, and then it is very free and it has a lot of breathing space, and that is what white space does. So try and then leave a lot of white space around your flyers and your artwork and stuff like that. It's really going to improve the way people see your work. But let's add one more detail. Let's go here, let's pick this, just to spice it up. You know, you could do without it anyway, but just to spice it up, let's drag it in the middle of them, somewhere here. Let's set it to overlay. That was there, is there. Let's duplicate it and see. Alright, so it's still there. Select both of them and then Ctrl E to merge them. Alright, so now we can still see them. Let's reduce it to nice. Let's reduce it to 17%. Give it a mask. Click on your mask and then choose black over here. Click on your brush, 100%, and then let's go for a soft round brush with the hardness at 0, and then let's clean the edges. So something like that. And then you are done. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create this kind of flyer. I want you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that already. Also like the video, click on the bell icon so that anytime I upload new videos, you are not going to miss out on any of them. I also like to comment below. Let me know what you are thinking. Let me know your suggestions. Let me know any challenge that you're facing, and I'll help you out. I love you all. See you in the next tutorial.